Presentation. Today I will be giving a brief overview of Google Analytics, which I'll also refer to as GA sometimes. So let's get started. So why should someone use Google Analytics? I've chosen to review Google Analytics for many reasons. First and foremost, it's a free feature that Google offers, and there is an option to pay for a more powerful version, but the free version is still very useful. Understanding your web page traffic can provide a lot of insight on what you need and who is visiting you in order to tailor your website even further. If you have a web page or an app, this is something that you need. GA collects information about users in order to generate data. You can also start collecting data for future review if you're unable to analyze it yourself at the moment. According to their site, Google Analytics gives you the free tools you need to analyze data for your business in one place. You can understand your site and app users to better evaluate the performance of your marketing, content, products, and more. Understanding your web traffic is essential to success. This tool is not only free but simple. It is as easy as plugging in a formula to your code. I will go into details about this a little later in the presentation, but for now, it is a tool used to collect and analyze data, and it is usable not only on website but also app. Google Analytics is a popular feature among businesses such as e-commerce, but it's also very useful in education as well. Nowadays, most schools have a web page where students and parents can go to in order to find relevant information. Some schools refer to themselves as Google schools, and they are already immersed in other Google platforms. The school I'm currently reviewing has given each student a Chromebook, and a lot of school districts are already doing this as well. Using Google platforms, specifically analytics, will allow all the information you need to be stored in one place. Schools can use GA to bring useful information to light. First, we can track users and where they come from. Are parents searching the site, or is it mostly students? Are they using mobile devices? Maybe they're coming from social media. Whatever it might be, information can be collected and provide insight on how to design the page. Maybe it needs to be more mobile friendly if most users are using smartphones. Or maybe social media efforts need to be boosted with the school if there isn't enough traffic coming from that area. Second, we can determine what is popular on our site and what our users are looking for. For example, if we have a lot of traffic on our PTO page or library site, it might be time to update those pages and make them easier to find. Search terms can also be analyzed. This is a picture of a screenshot of a web page. We can see what the most popular search terms are and how our users are spending their time searching. This is also useful information when considering the design of the page, which is my third point. What we can use to design our page can come from information. What are users finding confusing? How long are they spending on each page? Maybe information about PTO needs to be included in a link on the home page, or maybe library needs its own page. Whatever the case may be, we can strengthen the layout. Again, all of this information is very useful in an e-commerce setting as well. We can track purchases and spending. Some features you may need to pay for access, such as purchases, but most of the free features work just fine. So, using Google Analytics is very easy. To begin, you will need to set up an account. This account doesn't necessarily need to be a Gmail account, but you will need some kind of email address and web page that you have access to in order to begin. After setting up your account and filling in information, you will be given a tracking code that you can paste into your website source code. If you're using a platform such as WordPress, you may need a plugin. This differs for each website, so explore your platform's FAQ page if you're using one, otherwise it is simple Java. You can also set a date range, where you can specify when to collect and analyze the data. This is a great resource, for example, monitoring the school's website when school is not in session over the summer. You can see an example of this in the picture where date ranges are specified. In order to get a great understanding of Google Analytics, I highly recommend playing around with the demo data. This is generated data from Google to help learn the features, which I've also included in the picture to the right, where you can see the site content, most visited web page, and a brief overview of the website in general. You can generate your own reports using Google Analytics as well. These reports can provide insight into your site and help make goals pertaining to your website as well, or your app if that's what you're using. And in this picture, it's another overview of web traffic, which is specified by countries, content overview, traffic overview, goal value and conversion, views in general, and the time on the site. In addition to setting goals, you can see traffic in real time, and you can see your users' interactions as well. There are some issues that come along with Google Analytics. The most problematic concerns specify with privacy. Google collects cookies in order to create data evaluations, and this is sent to Google as well. Cookies are small files stored in your browser that allows third parties to recognize you. For example, one piece of information that is collected is a user's IP address. So in order to avoid any issues, I recommend making the privacy and cookie policy public and easy to view. Do not use Google Analytics on pages where a user could submit PII or personally identifiable information such as their name, phone number, email address, like on on-site form submissions. So thank you for watching my presentation. If you're interested in learning more about Google Analytics, I highly recommend that you check out these tools and websites for more information. And I can also just give a brief look at what it looks like based on my own website, but I don't have any traffic on. But this is what the page looks like, all the behavior, conversions, acquisitions, so you can divide up what you're looking for. So you can see how this would be very useful in a school setting, understanding who's coming, what they're doing, when they're leaving, where they're coming from, and things like that. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.